Hey guys, this your girl Love Goddess. Welcome back to another growth talk. This is another growth talk that has been dropped in my spirit on today, and we are going to talk about it here in Love Nation. I am so honored and so grateful to be able to bring forth this message to you guys. We are here as one nation under the highest vibrating God source energy there is, love. Listen, and I am so honored to be the host that release their selves and their ego to allow God source energy to flow through me in order to bring clarity, knowledge, wisdom towards the collective here in Love Nation and myself. Because all I have is what I wrote when it dropped in my spirit. After that, I allowed the spirit to lead this message. Um, this is very important. This is something that is very important for us. We must come to, at some point in our life, to recognize this, to see this, and to understand it. I hope that this message and growth talk today, I hope that it's able to help someone to understand and open up or broaden their perspective on the world around them. This is going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. I feel the energy of it arising in me already. So that tells me that my soul is ready to take over the message. Um, the message today that I received is the cosmic orchestra of love. The cosmic orchestra of love. Wow. Um, the cosmic orchestra of love. The key word here is orchestra. We are all a part of this one great big orchestra of love. God love. God source energy love. Okay? The question of the day is this. What would you do if it was only you and God? What would you do? What would you do if it was only you and God? Erase and let go of everything outside of you. That is one of the reasons why I always say you can't control what's outside of you, only what's in you. Erase that. Erase everything, including your job, the people you're around, the people you communicate with, the loved ones. Erase all of that and just visualize you and God as the co-creator of this universe. Be the co-creator. Sit in the passenger side of the driving car of creation, and you're about to create a universe with God Himself. So, what would you do? What would you create if it was just you and God? Powerful message. Powerful, powerful message. Um, when I speak of co-creating the universe with God and yourself, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you are aligned with that God source energy. So therefore, in order for you to co-create with God and create any type of universe, any lasting universe that will stand the test of times, you have to be in alignment. Meaning that you have to take on, not really take on, but you have to release, unfold anything that is was ever outside of your control. Anything that was ever outside of your control, like you could not control the lifestyle that you grew up in. You could not control the peer pressure and the things that happened when you were a child or adolescent. Any heartbreak, any experiences that led to you any type of stagnation in your life or any hindrance in your life to where you could not move outside that chapter, and you kept going over and over in that cycle after cycle after cycle of the same thing. You couldn't control that at the time. So you have to become what a lot of people say, this rose. Because a rose starts as a seed. You were a seed of God. God planted you into reality of consciousness. He planted you as a seed of consciousness. And when he planted you into the actual reality of self, you, I, that seed is never going anywhere. It is all about nurturing the seed that God had planted within us, which is our soul, nurturing our soul. So we have to allow ourselves to unfold all of what um, life has placed on top of that seed, the nurturing that the life did, the nurturing that your incarnation here on earth in this in this human body, this human experience, we had to go through that. But what it did was it nurtured something in your soul to where the seed was never able to sprout. What happened was an ego, because there's also the ego, which is the body itself. There's that ego that got more nurturing than the actual seed that was planted by God himself. So we have to realize that we have to unfold that and remove the layers of the ego, remove the layers of self, till you become a nobody. There's a song that says, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody, right? I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody. And that somebody is our creator, the creator of all things. So the person who sung that song, they were saying, you have to release all of the things, like you have to release even your name. There's a verse in the Bible. I like to throw verses out, but I don't like to give the actual verse because that's not coming to my conscious thought, the actual verse itself. But that verse says, ooh, I lost myself. Trying to bring that verse in. We were talking about I'm just a nobody trying to show everybody about somebody. Yes, there's a verse in the Bible that speaks of name changes when you become born again. Because I believe that Abraham name was changed. He may have been some prior to before he was Abraham. I think he may have been Isaac. It was something like that. Don't quote me on it, but I know it's something like that. Whenever we come into actual Christ conscious mindset, or to awaking our actual consciousness away from the unconscious behavior of ego, whenever we awaken to that, we awaken to a new profound state of being, meaning that we are no longer who we used to be. We are now a newfound child in the light of the Creator. I believe that's somewhere in the Bible as well. So once we align with consciousness, and once we realize who we are truly, the light of God, truly. When we learn who are true, become self-aware. Once we become self-aware and knowing who our soul truly is, what we were brought here for, then you become Christ conscious, or you become consciously aware, or you become one with God source energy itself, right? So once you align with that, um, you learn a lot in the development of consciousness. You learn a lot um, within your development. And one of the things that you have to learn is that everything was created by the Creator, the Most High. Everything. Every person, everything within the earth has life. The rock has life. This this um this picture behind me, or this fragment of a picture behind me, you may name it a waterfall, and you may name it a river. You may see the rocks, you may see the tree, you may have the name of that for everything that is happening on that specific image. Because you see the waterfall, you see the rocks, you see the trees, you see the brushes. But all of this is life. All of that is life. And everything there, there's birds in the background if you can hear it. Everything on that image that you see has a name. But what we come to find out when we become Christ conscious, or when we become consciously aware, is that not only do everything have a name, everything has a vibration, right? So when I say that, every single being and every single tree, every rock, every lake, every waterfall, every ocean, river, whatever it be, has a vibration. The grass has a vibration. Butterflies, everything that you can name, everything that you can physically think of has some form of vibration. This is where we come to realize what we come to realize when we become Christ conscious, or consciously aware, or just conscious beings, being aligned with the divine himself. Those vibrations are specific. There's a level of vibration that you must have as a tree. There's a level of vibration you must have as a river. There's a level of vibration you must have as the rock. There's a level of vibration you must have as a light being, human form. There is even a level of vibration you must have as a star, a alien, as we call them aliens, but they are beings as well. They are not just aliens. Aliens, what does alien stand for? Something that we don't know. UFO stands for something unknown. We don't truly know, but they call them here in this 3D world, we call them aliens, but they are not aliens. They're Pleiadians. They are, Lemurians. Whatever continent, or whatever continent of consciousness where they come from. That's their identity. We are identified as humans because we are on the continent of um, Earth, and they come from a different continent. So they are named, the Pleiadians are based on the constellation and of the actual stars the way that they lined up in the constellations. So that's how they get their names. There are different names for every continent or every collected cluster of stars. There is a specific name for you for each cluster of stars. So that's cosmic. You start to learn those type of things in coming conscious aware, because you have to learn those things, because now you're directly connected to God's source energy, to where you have no choice but to know or be consciously aware of the cosmic lineup of constellations and clusters of stars and continents and areas, because this is all conscious awareness. And these constellations, these areas are actually living on a higher vibration than we are right now. And this is why we're trying to actually raise the vibration of our nation, because right now Earth itself is at a lesser vibration than most continents or most clusters of stars. Ours is dense. We are very dense here, and being dense like that with where God wants us to be, because there is changes that are taking place in the cosmics. There are changes that are taking place with the constellations. There are changes that are taking place, and if we want to survive as a nation or as this one cluster of energy or this one cluster of vibration, if we want to survive, we have to raise our vibration. We have to. It is in our destiny to raise it. That is why it is happening at a rapid pace right now, because we have to catch up. We have to catch up, because if not, then Earth will die, of course. So that is one of the reasons why. We're talking about the cosmic orchestration of love, and understanding or understanding the question of what if it was just you and God and you let go of everybody else. Well, once you raise your vibration and you come into this consciousness of knowing, um, because when you're in an unconscious state or in a denser consciousness or a denser vibration of knowing, you're unaware of the actual what is the word that we need here, the actual you're unaware of how much importance it is for you to actually become consciously aware, because that's the only way you're truly going to be able to align yourself with the Creator. You have to become consciously aware that we are all, not just human beings, but everything, the cosmic, the constellations, the stars, the rivers, the lakes, the ocean. We are all living beings. We are all living light source beings. Some form of light, because we all come from God's source energy, which is the light of the cosmos. He is the light. And when we become the co-creator with that light, we are able to create this universe of conscious awareness around us. And that helps with the raising of the vibration. Once we are able to truly align with that consciousness, we're able to co-create with the universe by creating this reality that only can create such a profound vibration in this world. Like when you start creating with the universe, the vibration that you're carrying, like you're only going to be able to, when you draw people into you, your vibration is holding and pulling other beings up to your level, because it can only happen that way. Because if you're going to create a universe of light beings at a high vibration, there's no room for density. So that is why we are called to disconnect from the density, which can be jobs, family, friends, all types of relationships. Because if we hold on to that dense energy or that dense vibration, we won't be able to get up to the consciousness that we need and need to hold in order to bring those denser vibrations up to us. And we don't physically bring them up. What happens when we release and they start to see where you're going, they're going to ask questions to, wait, whoa, where you going? Why you leaving me? Hold on. Can I get some information? What are you doing? Because I need to know where you're going. I mean, is there something I need to do in order to get up there? Yes, there is. There's a lot of work that you have to do. And I can't tell you what that is. You have to go within yourself to find the things that needs to be unfolded. See? We don't do the work for others. We do the work for ourselves, and they have to see you walking, talking, moving in a direction that is like none other, because it is God. This is not you. This is God. Let me tell you. Let me start talking about that. This is the next thing we want to talk about is, like I said, the question of the day is, what would you do if it was just you and the creator? Well, you're going to create, but there's one thing you need to understand. When it's just you and the creator, that means, well, I do have a wife, or I do have friends, or I do have children, I do have a job, I do, So what you need to understand is this. When you ask that question, what would you do? You have to this is what you need to do. If you know it's just you and God, if you are you, right? If it's just, the question is, what would you do if it was just you and God? If you are you, and as you are moving along your path, and you come across an individual, and you are you are your own person, you're your own beam of light, then who is that person in front of you? The answer to that is, they're a light of God, because God is within them. They are God. To you, they are God, because God's light shines in them, right? So you have to portray it as that. So as you are going on your path, every individual, every experience, rather it's a job, that job is God. That is, the image of God is within that job. So you have to see it as that. And you're being of service to that, because you are you, and you're being of service to God. So you have to be of service to that job. Be of service to those people by spreading knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and how to come aligned with consciousness and the God source energy that is, So that is your job. That is your service. To see everything as God, because it's just you and God. It's you, and then there's God. So know that God created everything. He is the creator of all things. So if you see a rock, be of service of it. You know, don't allow the rock to cry out for you, but be of service of that rock. If you need to kneel there and, you know, you and that rock come together and you get the energy of that rock, because that rock can help you. Help stimulate you and help ground you. Sit on the rock. Be of service and do meditation with that rock. You know, we go along in this world and we separate ourselves. We cut that line of me and God. You know, that's separation. We are all one. We were created by the Most High Creator of all, light source energy. And that is God's source energy. We are created by that. You know, so that means that you have God energy and you have all these lines. Lines to trees, where they're connected to God. Lines to the rock, where they're connected to God. Lines to humans, they're connected to God. Lines to other constellations, connected to God. The stars connected to God. The rivers connected to God. Like, we are all connected to God's source energy. That means we are all a part of this beautiful orchestra of love. And if we all vibrate on that frequency, on the highest frequency of your light source, because everyone has a different vibration, everyone has a different tone to God. You know, there's drawstrings, you know, just like when you're playing an instrument, whether it's a guitar, any type of string instrument, when you start switching the notes, the strings have their own like tone to it. And that is how it is when it comes to, you know, our string to God. Like, as humans, we have a certain vibration and we have to vibrate at it. If we don't vibrate at the highest of our vibration, it is hard we need fine tuning, because it's hard for God's source energy to hear our tune if we're so low at a low density. That's why, you know, you have to raise your own vibration and come to this level to where you're able to be heard by the Most High Creator. And that's the same with the rocks, the trees, the rivers, the lakes. They all have sound. The birds, the butterflies, the caterpillars, spiders, snakes, everybody have their own sound, their own vibration. And God knows everyone for their own uniqueness. But you must vibrate. You must make the orchestra. You have to make it into the orchestra of love. It is the cosmic orchestration of God's source love. And we have to find ourselves there to be able to be heard by our Creator. But knowing that we're all a part of this orchestra, not just humans. They're not just the bugs and everything that we see here on this earthly plane. You have to realize that God created everything, the constellations, the different continents, the different stars. He is the creator of all of that. All the way down to the depths of the ocean, the cosmic ocean itself. He created all of that. And all of the light that is within. Yeah? And we have to realize and understand that we are all a part of that one orchestra. It's one orchestra. One. One orchestra, one God, oneness. We are all under the oneness. That means, like, that's why I say if you just question, like, If it was just you and God, just look at the world as being you and God. Everything that you encounter is God. It's God. Learn the lesson from it. Pull the lesson from it. Everything you encounter is God. Everything. From all the way to the bug bite. Like, there's a lesson. Maybe you shouldn't be wearing that type of lotion out there. You might want to get bit by a mosquito. Put on some mosquito repellent the next time. That's the lesson. I mean, pull the lesson from the experience at all times. But take it as every experience, every person, everything that you come encounter with is God. God has placed it there for a reason. It's either for you to be of service or for someone to be of service to you. One or the other. But just know that it's God's. Everything. Every experience, every place, everything that happens to us is God. Because it's just me and him. Or me and his energy. The energy of God, whatever and whoever I come in contact with, I know that it is God's will. That's it. That's it. That is all you need to know. That is all you need to know. Don't question God. Just know that there's a lesson for every experience. And that is what I needed you guys to know here in Growth Talk today. It is all about being Christ conscious, consciously aware that you are part of the cosmic orchestration of love. So we should show love. I'm sorry. We should show love to every experience, no matter how good or bad it is. Every experience should, you as a light being should be showing love to, no matter. It could be tough love. It could be any type of love. There's a form of tough love, compassion, empathy, whatever type of love you need at that time of that instance. That is what you should be showing. Not anger, not bitter, not being anxiety, not being that delusional, not being, that's a form of egotistic energy. We're not in that. We're aligned with God's source energy, which is the energy of love. And we are in that orchestra, and we need to continue to be in the orchestra and vibrate at a level so where God can hear us and know what we need when we need it. Without even questioning or asking for it, God already knows it because he knows our hearts. If we continue to be in the heart space and continue to walk in that orchestra of love, cosmic love, all knowing of love, with oneness, knowing that whatever you're encountering is only God. It's only God that I'm encountering. Everything, every place, every person. It's God's doing. It's his will for me to encounter it. So you have to be in that space of knowing that, okay, God, here we go. I already see the lesson. I already see my mission. Every encounter, every experience, if you're that lined up and that conscious, you would know the experience when it hits you. When that person comes in front of you, you would know what your job is because you're consciously aware of it. So when that person speaks, you're going to be like, okay. All right, God. So now I have to be of service and show these people that, this is the way we do. This is how we do over here in Cosmic Love. That's the way you have to look at things. So I'm going to leave it there with the Cosmic Orchestration of Love here in Love Nation Growth Talk. It has truly been an honor. I am truly, truly, truly grateful to be able to have been a channel. My ears are blowing up right now. That's my angels being like, yay! So I felt that in my spirit, like they're cheering me on. That's why my ears was like they're screaming like, yes, yes, yes. I'm truly grateful to be here, to be a channel for you guys in Love Nation. Listen, if you like this video about cosmic orchestration of love, go ahead and hit that like button. And if this is your first time here in Love Nation, I truly believe that it is not just a coincidence that you're here. You have been energetically pulled here, and that's the all the more reason that you need to hit the subscribe button, because there is more to come here. This is One Nation under the highest vibrational experience of God there is in love. Listen, we are growing together in Love Nation here. I bring nothing but the truth from the truth. That is it. I don't do anything. It is our gods, our angels, our ancestors, and God Himself who speaks through me in order to bring forth whatever it is that you need when you need it. The day that you push that button. But it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Listen, to all the ones who are already subscribed here, listen, like I always tell you guys, I love you so much. I love you so much. Um, Make sure you pray for me, because I'm praying for you guys all the time. I am praying for you guys, so make sure you pray for me. Listen, be careful out there. Take care of yourself. Eat right, drink right, exercise, yoga, meditation, prayer, all the things you need to do to continue to be lined up with that consciousness that we need. We need to be consciously aware of what God needs us to do in these times, because these are the most crucial time it is here in 2024. Listen, I love you guys. Until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.